Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to another Friday night live stream, the Georgia Shooting Connection. We're waiting on more panel members. Chico going to be. I don't know what's going on, man.
As far as
CW Longshot's supposed to be with us. Hey, Big Al, and he said he's in the background waiting. Let me click on having issues. That's a bad move. Anyway, welcome, guys. We're glad all y'all here. No, Big E, Kyle, and Scotsman are here. They're just not showing their faces yet. They'll get around to it eventually.
Oh, I'm here, guys and gals. I'm in the background sitting on the ice pack and all that stuff. I've done something to my back again. But we're all here, and thank God it's Friday. Here, let's do this. There we go. Yes, I'm hatless.
Whoa.
Yeah, never mind the gray. It'll be all right. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday evening. I'm not, but I'll make it through it. I'm glad to see everybody in the side chat. Goodness gracious, y'all are just popping.
There we go.
Now we got long shot in the panel here. I'll be honest with y'all. About 10:30 this morning, my bookkeeper looked to me and said, "Well, at least it's Friday," and that's when the light bulb clicked. Hey, it's Friday. I was like, heck yeah. All I got to do is make it till 3:30 or 4 o'clock, and I'm done. But yeah, that was a good feeling. I had no clue that today was Friday when I woke up this morning. It just doing the same thing every day. It gets boring, and you fall into a groove, and you just keep doing it. So, but hey, Mr. Scotsman, what's going on with you, buddy?
Just been a busy week of work, and more work, man. That's about it for me, honestly. I haven't done a whole lot. For anyone that saw the chat last Sunday, my Glock finally came in. So this coming week, you'll see a video of my Glock, and I hope everyone will watch it, and I hope you all will love it because it's going to be perfection.
The crazy Glocksman.
That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm glad it's Friday. It's good to be here. Good to see y'all. Good to see everyone out in the side chat.
Good to see you too, brother. Big E, what's up? Or CW, what's up? Sorry.
I'm saying, oh, is he here? I don't see him. Same old.
Jamie was saying he was in the background, but he couldn't see him. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got the link and got the computer fired up and went on and been sitting on there since like 7:30. But I guess you had to change links. I know Jamie said you having problems, so I did too. We're having high winds, so it's been spotty all afternoon. But knock wood, it seems to be holding steady now.
Yeah. Not just that, guys. We had bad storms.
We did.
Last night. And
it was bad. I was thankful that I was in the basement in my bed asleep with my dog and my lovely girl, Angel.
Well, I lost a television, a cable box, and my laptop that I usually do these on. So I'm struggling with devices tonight. So I hope y'all bear with me.
I didn't realize until this morning how bad it was. But, yeah, we got hammered.
So what about our brothers from the north? What did y'all have storms?
We got storms up this way too. They started probably about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, and they were going till probably around noon or so. They were pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's all the crap that came through here yesterday or last night. We had one front that came in about 1 o'clock p.m., and then we had another front that came in about 11 o'clock, something like that, Jamie.
And then one in the middle of the night, like about 2:30, I think.
That's the one that screwed everything up. But there's all kinds of damage around my house. Luckily, I'm fine, and so is everybody else in the neighborhood. So.
Yeah, I lost some stuff, but stuff can be replaced, and everybody's healthy and safe. So, what about y'all, CW? All y'all having is high winds?
Yeah, just winds. We had some rain overnight, but not too bad. And then this afternoon, it just came in, stomping across the state, and it's 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts.
Wow, that's good enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully next week I'll be able to get to the post office before it closes. I've got all of y'all's packages boxed up and everything. Everything's taped up. I just can't make it there before 4:30. That's when my post office
for me. Whenever's good.
I got it. I got everything. I got you a bunch of lead coming to you, and I got 4 or 5 other packages. I ain't gonna leave the post office without dropping $100, but it's all right. I love all you people, and it is what it is. So
That's every other week for me, dude.
Yeah, right.
The post office, like every time I walk in there, they start smiling because they know I'm going to spend at least $50-$60 every time I'm in there.
Yeah, I got my favorite people too.
Yep, same here.
They don't even bother trying to ask what's in there anymore. They're just like, okay, where's it going?
I keep getting the standard question: "What the hell's in this box? Bricks?" Like, yeah, it's bricks. That's what it is.
Well, my wife does most of it for me, and they know that it's sinkers, jig heads, it's sinkers, it's fishing lures.
I got some of your sinkers. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We missing you, OCD. Let me know when you're available, OCD, and me and you gotta get together and talk about some stuff.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble.
No, man.
So I saw a comment asking if hell had frozen over. No, hell is not frozen over. Just wait. Just trust me on this. I promise you, it is going to be nothing but gold. You're going to love it.
So Uncle John, pretty much, yes, sir. Spring gets, summertime can be pretty hellacious as far as the thunderstorms and tornadoes and all that kind of stuff too. But this time of year, usually about once every 3 years, we'll have a big time flood, and that's pretty much what we had. All the drainage ditches are getting severely cleaned out.
Yeah, they're washing all the beer cans down to somewhere else. Yeah, that's what's happening. I can tell you, it dumped a lot of rain in my neck of the woods just last night. That's not counting everything that's happened throughout the rest of the week. And we had some serious winds and all that. And of course, Angel's looking at me like, should we go to the basement? And I'm like, no, I just want to sit here on the back porch and watch it. I said, sorry, I got a death wish. I don't know.
Well, they sent us home from work yesterday. Hey, Ocean. Hope you're well. Hope
Hello, Leo.
He's close by to you, isn't he, CW?
Yeah, he's getting the same thing I am, I'm sure. Just high winds.
Yeah.
He's a little closer to the shore, but he's probably getting the same thing.
Heck, we got power surges.
Kevin's not far away either.
Oh, hey, Kevin. How you doing, sir? We got
Just-
power surges here. I was noticing the lights flickering and everything, and we really don't have any storms right now. But yeah, 2 miles up the road, the steel plant that's up there, they lost all their gantry cranes. They have no clue where they're at, which kind of makes me wonder. You know, you lost a crane? What?
Yeah, we lost power for about an hour and a half, 2 hours earlier, but that's about it.
Yeah, I was up Angel's backside to make sure that she had everything charged and get all the battery packs charged up and this, that, and the other. I don't know if the power is going to go out, and if the power does go out, I don't know when it's going to come back. So let's make sure that we got some communications, and we made it through it. Yes, ma'am.
If she's trying to drink dinner, it's a top of her eight.
It is.
Okay, I'll feed her. I just make sure she went.
No. I haven't fed her yet. I got a 120-pound German Shepherd trying to play games. Oh, the frogs are fine, bro, Cloder. Yes, the frogs are fine. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, so what y'all do gun-wise, reloading-wise?
I got to get the range a little bit on Monday, and I've been playing with a new optic I got. So I got that all set up and zeroed, and then I wanted to try some K Hornets, make sure that was sighted. So I shot a few of those. I tried some cast bullets and that. Still working on that. The B shoots really good with a couple of the cast bullets, but the K Hornet doesn't like them, and it's surprising because it's got a faster twist, but that's okay. They don't all have to shoot cast. It shoots 50 grain VMAXs into little tiny groups, so I'm happy with that. And then I shot the blackout a little bit, and I had a couple loads to test. I was able to grab a couple of 135 grain Sierras that I like so much from a guy on another board. And I checked out a load, and it worked pretty good. So I loaded up a couple hundred of those, and I loaded up 100 K Hornets, and I prepped about another 150 308s. I got the tumbler running now with some more in it. I've been busy.
Sounds like. I've been working on some 9mm. How many of you guys, just us talking here, nobody's listening. How many of you guys have your friends come and ask you to make them ammo?
I don't really.
I really haven't had too many people ask me yet, per se. I've had a few people at work kind of ask me, about ammo, but I kind of keep it hush hush for the most part.
Yeah, those that know me mostly do it themselves. So I get asked for bullets, but I don't get asked.
I mean, I've been asked for advice on reloading equipment and stuff like that, and I got no problem doing that. But and maybe helping them work up the first loads and things. But as far as handling out ammunition, me and Daniel were talking about it earlier. It's few and far between. There's very few people that I've actually given ammunition to, because if it's a tried and true load, I know I've had zero issues with it for a long time. If I know them well, yeah, if they need something, sure. But other than that, very doubtful. I'm not gonna just hand out ammunition and God forbid something happens.
Yeah, exactly. I'm cool with blowing my face off, just not somebody else's.
I'm not cool with blowing my face off. I mean, I know I'm not the greatest looking guy in the world, but I mean, I'm still not cool with blowing my face off.
Well, it might be an improvement. You never know.
You can't improve this. There's no way. Blowing it up ain't gonna do anything. It's not gonna make it any better.
What is it?
It's blueberry.
I would say yes, Jason. What about you, CW? $91 a good price for 1,000.
I can make an awful lot of bullets for $91.
Hell yeah!
You got to buy it. It doesn't sound too bad. Was that 45.50 500? Yeah, it's only a little higher than I remember them being. I think my buddy was paying 35 or so back a year ago. So yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
I was thinking
that's not bad
pretty
at
much
all.
okay. Barry shoots good.
They really do.
Sorry, Kyle. I was just gonna say, Jason, if you're looking for bullets, man, I'll shoot you a link to a company I use for cast bullets for my competition loads. They're really consistent. They have really good prices. I'll shoot you a link on that if you want.
Yeah, I'll shoot you something, buddy.
Willie,
Mr. Scotsman.
That's good stuff.
Mr. Willie.
Okay, yogurt
How are you? And hello, everyone in the side chat. Sorry I'm late. Wow, Tin Man's there early. Check him out.
Almond.
It's good.
There's a broke loader.
What are you doing, Worthless? Get away.
Blueberry stout.
Crazy old canine wants to come in here and eat up all my snacks. Oh man.
Boy, you got the side chat blazing. It's going pretty fast.
Oh yeah, it's lit up like a Christmas tree, man.
I'm using this old antiquated machine here, and I can't keep up. So,
Hey, Lee.
I had the screen zoomed. I couldn't even see it. Let's see. I'd shrink it down here.
Wow, LBJ's there. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while.
I was looking forward to Mr. Lee putting out a video of them pouring footings for his new house because I know he's excited about that. But he's got rained out. He's getting all the leftover crap that we had.
Oh.
Then he goes out and tests a shovel that he bought and it ends up breaking it.
I would say it failed then.
What's that, Jamie?
I would say that if he was testing it and it broke, it failed.
He tested it. I was actually sad to see that because I had high hopes for it.
I'll have to send him one of those World War II entrenching tools. Those actually work compared to the crap we got issued.
He's got a couple of those.
I love those things.
I got mine in the garage. I just unburied it today.
What is going on with the power? Do you see that?
It's flickering.
So you see it too?
Yeah, your back
I
lights
don't
were
know what's
flickering.
going on. It's not raining or anything like that. I don't know what's going on.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah, hey Andy. So we're glad all y'all are here. I'm showing 52 at the moment. We had 53 just a second ago. But yeah, man. How many of y'all saw Uncle Jim's rant right before we came on?
Yeah, I watched it.
Nope, didn't see it. Is it a good one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's good and upset about things that he should be good and upset about. So
I'll have to watch it.
excuse me.
I don't talk politics on here, so I won't get into that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but he's good and upset about things to be good and upset about. So.
Oh, I found out something kind of interesting today. When I called Dylan, got one of the representatives online, we started talking about how Winchester is screwing us over again. And he said he worked for Winchester like 5 years ago. And he goes, "Do you know the primers that they sell to us as reloaders? They don't even make. They buy them from overseas. The only primers they make are the ones they put in their ammunition. All the ones they sell to us come from overseas." From what he tells me, I didn't work there. It's all secondhand,
Yeah,
but
baby.
it makes you go,
Yep.
Big E's going crazy, ain't he?
Yeah, he wants you to shoot it.
Shoot it.
We'll get plenty.
This whole thing, man. Oh, I saved half of it for you. I'll keep eating.
Hey, Mark, Uncle John.
So did you get to try any of those bullets, Kyle?
Not yet. I ain't been to the range.
Don't even feel guilty about it.
I want to go to the range, but I burnt both my trigger fingers.
You sent so many damn bullets. I don't even know what to load.
That's the way he'll do you, man.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
he
he will
did me
do that.
right. He did
Yes,
me right.
he will.
I mean, some of those are the most beautiful bullets I've ever seen casted. Damn it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it outside. Y'all hold on a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
Uh-oh.
There you go, CW. There you go.
Oh yeah,
Big, beautiful monster.
Hold on a minute, Willie.
lovely Sharinda brown color you got there.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
Lakeview. Lakeview's
Right
out
there.
there, y'all.
Beautiful.
There he is.
All right, Willie.
Okay, there's both of them. The one on this one is the 270 grain 358, and this is the 250 grain 30 cal 6-side in the Sharinda Cocoa Brown. Woohoo!
Beautiful.
And I'll be sending these out to people unpowder coated so they can size them and powder coat them to whatever. Because Jamie wants to do different colors. She was telling me so.
What are you going to shoot him in, Jamie? The Legend?
The 358s I will, but the see with the 30 cals, I can put them in the 7.62 by 54R or shoot them in 30-30 or 30-06.
What are they dropping, Willie?
249 with my lead.
No, not weight, diameter.
Oh, 309 and a half on the spot. Well, unpowder coated. Now, powder coated, I haven't measured.
You got every part. Okay.
So
What
that
was that?
probably ain't going to work in 7.62.
Yeah, you have to powder coat it a few times, probably.
Probably a couple times.
Willie likes hard, so his bullets run more true to diameter.
Yeah, I like them hard. Trust me.
I heard that about you.
You know it.
Oh,
I'm
so-
going in deep.
I thought it was a head. Hard head is what I heard.
That too.
It's all the same.
Rangers lead the way.
All the way.
All the way.
Baloo, put this back in the freezer.
Sorry about it. I'll go finish the laundry.
Thank you.
Put in the wash.
Sorry, guys.
Dad's busy rushing in to do this.
Yes,
Please
dear.
pull Jordan. Huh?
Mama's mad 'cause Daddy got
Yeah.
the packages.
It just ain't working yet.
Oh,
I'm putting my ice pack back in the fridge or freezer.
What'd you do, Kyle? What's hurt?
I don't know. I got up.
I got you.
Just one of them days, brother. It'll be all right. I just gotta be easy on myself till whatever the hell either quits hurting or falls off. I don't know yet.
Hey, well and well armed. So I've heard of Dunwoody. I think that's in Georgia.
Jamie,
Yeah.
I wanted to be like you. I got the hard back now.
Cool, man. GGW, I'm on an ancient machine, so that could be why the video goes crazy.
Yeah, you've been a little low body there, Jamie, but everything's gonna be all right.
Oh, Big Al, you ain't right, man. Hey, James, glad you're out there, buddy. We enjoyed having you last week.
No, I ain't taking no blue pills. Not yet.
You got to oil that wheel there, Kyle.
Thanks, Big E.
I'm actually waiting to take my muscle relaxer until we get done here.
That could be. Well, we're glad, man. You can come back sometimes, James.
Yeah, I'm going to have to apologize to the side chat. I have to apologize. I am in some damn pain, but I'm stumbling through it, and we're going to make it through this.
Bye, MCK.
Good night, man.
Hey, Mark. Bye, Mark.
You jumped out of freaking planes. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, dude, I'm not denying that I did it to myself. I'm really not denying that at all. It's just now
I'm simply saying, quit being a whiny little bitch.
I'm not being a whiny little bitch. I said we're going to power through it, and here we go. Let's do this. Shit. Mm-hmm. And Ocean, Julio, I don't know where my big frogs went. I think they all got reincarnated to little tadpoles because they're all like, I don't have any of the like I used to have. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'll have to wait till later in the summer. I'm not digging it.
All right, Jamie, what do you think? This is the original box right here, and that's the bigger one I ordered for it to fit in a little bit bigger for the PIDs.
What do you think?
I kind of like it, but then again, I kind of like that one too. You know?
That's kind of cool doing it that way.
Yeah. You know? Little $4 Harbor Freight little box, turn it into a PID.
Yeah, that's cool, Willie. I like that.
That one's a lot smaller than the other one, so I figured I'd get the bigger one for more room, but I think they're both going back.
They don't generate much heat. There's no heat problem.
No, not at all. But I do want to put a fan. Because when I do zinc, they do get a little warm, so I have to take the lid off the aluminum ones to cool it down a little bit. But
I haven't noticed any heat problems at all. I mean, because it's a LED display and all that, I haven't noticed anything. And I have checked it just because I'm checking up on you, Willie.
Oh, yeah, but you're not going at 850 degrees either like I'm doing on zinc.
No, I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? I've been working with my wood all morning long. I finally figured out what this thing right here was.
Huh?
I guess turning the sound off doesn't mean the sound actually goes off.
What'd you turn it off for, man? I think he was getting to the punchline.
Well, I wanted to watch the side chat, but I didn't want to take a chance on getting any feedback. So I turned it off, but it doesn't turn it off. The sound still comes right through. That was Stewart County. He just released a video. That was him on YouTube.
Yeah, that will happen right there, Willie. Solid state relay will generate heat.
Yes, sir. That's why I figured putting a fan in would make it a lot nicer.
Yeah, that's why I asked about the plastic box. Because that's a nice idea as long as the heat's not a problem.
Yeah, I can just take the lid off, leave the lid open.
Yeah, I really haven't noticed any heat problems at all. But like Willie said, I'm not running it at 850 or 900 degrees either. So
yeah, it's worth a shot. I saw Tin Man do one for Ozark Spirits in an ammo can. I think he did the steel can. Plastic one was a lot easier to cut.
All right, I'm going through the side chat here. I'm thinking that Chico will be here before I have to do this again. So we got Uncle John, Texas Outlaw Michael Signs, GGW Reloading, Big Al, pronounced Signs, AR Gun 1776. Daniel God is my judge, Chris 338. Thoughts of an Old Soldier, 6-shooter Texan, Willie Bullet Man, who made it in with us, Andy 79Z28, Lakeview Outdoors, Jerry 1911, Big Al, did I say Big Al?
You did.
GGW Reloading, Dead Horse, what's up, brother? The Big E, Ocean 374, G23, Floyd Hicks.
I'm actually enjoying the side chat because I'm seeing a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a week or two. And it's awesome that they popped in to say hello.
G23, I think I said him already. Uncle John, MCK, who had to go back to work. Mario Mosen, what's up, Bada Bean? G23 again. Tin Man. There's Dead Horse again. Lakeview. Jason Stewart. Crazy Scotsman's in on the panel.
Oh, Lord. You forgot to lock the door.
Kyle Lusk is on the panel.
You really did forget to lock the door.
There's Daniel God is my judge. G. Pishner, what's up, my brother? Willed and well armed from Dunwoody. Thoughts of an Old Soldier. James Vestige. Big Al again. GZW again. Brian Beauford. He's got his third Savrog. I can't say that. The Russian mold. He got
Russian mold.
There's Hitting Steel CA. And there's Floyd Hicks again. GGW Reloading again. And I'll catch up. There's Tin Man, whose nickname is now Skittles.
Just whatever you do.
Guy, Max Bear, Paul Loud, tacos and French fries. I'm hungry again now.
I'm hungry.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for coming, man. Y'all make our week. You really do. GGW says it sounds like the frogs need to be oiled, Kyle.
They need something. I don't know what, that growth hormone or something. I need to really hear the bleh, bleh, instead of the bird chirping. I've got a bunch of tadpoles out here instead of frogs. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they're chirping like baby chicks, and
I know. Yeah, I'm not studying that.
Kyle, time for bleach in your pool. Throw some bleach. Kill those things.
Right here.
Kyle, which of those Russian slugs do you have? Which one? Which version? Which model?
I've got it looks like the fire hydrant.
Oh, that's the Italian one?
I don't know if I've got one out here.
Well, they got that botfly looking one with the petals.
No. I don't have the pedal one. I've got the
and then they got the solid one that just looks like kind of just like a regular bullet but hollow based.
Hang on, I've got this one.
I think you got the Italian jobber.
Are you kidding me?
Judy. Okay.
I think you'll enjoy a K98. Man.
Okay.
I
Okay.
really think a K98 and 308 would be a great thing because that action's just so strong. You got 3 locking lugs on there, so it'll stand up 308 pretty easy. Matter of fact,
CW, you need me to sling you some of them slugs?
Well, I'm asking because I'm going to pick up one myself, and I don't want to get the same as you. That way we can swap. So I want to get a different one than you're getting.
Well, I mean, you've already got a box sitting there. Do you want me to put some of these slugs in there with the wads already pressed on there? I got
Yeah,
a
I don't need a ton of them. Just give me like a half a dozen or so I can play with them.
Okay, yeah, 10-4. 10-4. I got you, brother.
Because I think the one I was looking at takes the same wad.
This is a mighty meaty damn slug. I mean, it's it does a lot of damage to a 4x4.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I mean,
Yep.
Whew, it's a beast.
I think the one I was looking at is called a Paradox. It kind of looks like a regular slug, just a regular bullet slug, except of course it's a hollow base, and it comes with a couple different pins.
You're right. Yeah, that's the one with the 3 pins, I think.
Yeah, I think all that does is it changes your weight or the wad it uses, right?
Yeah, you've got the one that is that goes in a regular wad. Then you've got the next pin, which makes the hollow base for you to press the wad onto it. And then the other, I watched a video. I forget who did it, but yeah, the one with the 3 pins, that's a beast. It's a 1.25 inches, 1.5 ounce and a quarter, 1.5 ounces, and 1.75 ounces slug.
That's what I want.
Yeah, they are brutal.
I used to shoot those Remington buckhammers, and that was a big flat point, and I really like that. I really like that bullet, and I think that's pretty similar.
Yeah, you can get some velocity out of these slugs, 1,100 to 1,300, and oh my goodness, it racks some damage on the other end.
I'm sure.
I mean, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I'll throw some in your box along with the lid.
Man, the myth, the legend, Chico. What's up, brother, man?
What's up,
Chico?
guys? How y'all doing? Hope everyone's having a good Friday.
We're here.
Great time, Chico. Hey, Kyle, at least you didn't hit the ground and smack your glasses on the ground and crack your freaking eyebrow open like I did today. And then yesterday burned my fingers. So, yeah.
Well, I did actually do something. I've got a burn right here on my hand where I got something out of the toaster oven and wasn't really paying attention.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've all shot cut shells at one time. Lots of old soldiers asking you, Kyle.
Of course.
I never have cut a shell on a shotgun. Never shot one.
Why not?
I never heard about it until like 2 years ago.
That's what happens when you grow up in California.
Thank you.
Goodness gracious.
I don't mess with shotguns, hardly ever. You know, the only time I had a shotgun was to breach through a door. That's it.
So what you're saying is you don't like to play around with a big load?
Oh, I like big loads, baby, all night long. Bigger the better.
PG people.
Oh,
PG people.
I gargle a load.
PG. PG.
Biggie, a shot shell is when you take your cut shell rather. You just cut around the shot and the end of the shotgun shell, and that whole chunk just comes down the barrel and flying at whatever you happen to be aiming at. So 4 pounds of accurate 1680 ought to last you a little while.
Let's see, where you at?
Yeah, Dead Horse brings up a good point. Make sure you know what choke you have.
Yes, sir. That is very important. You don't want to run these Russian slugs with a full choke. Trust me.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful with chokes and slugs and all of that.
Hey, real quick, Papa's Place is in the side. Yeah, that right there. Gray powder coat. What is the name of it? Is it just gray or
Squirrel gray.
is it squirrel gray?
That's the one that's popular, but I bet they have a few of them.
He said
It's either gunmetal gray or battleship gray from Eastwood. That works really good. I don't have any right here, but I do have some at the reloaded bench. I'll show you in a minute.
Keep trying Papa's Place and let us know your results. Sometimes what I find with powder coats, if they don't work well, I use it as an adder, if that makes sense. You know.
Oh, it's a filler, yeah.
Yeah, I use it as a mixer, but it might be something that you might have to try a different style, like heat it up a little bit, just a slight little bit. So.
Yeah, the bullets, the powder.
The book, yeah, right.
I had a horrible result from some black powder coat, not from you, CW. Someone else sent me some black powder coat, and I had the bullets. I could hold them in my hand. They're just barely warm. There must have been some moisture in that powder coat because when I started shaking and baking, it turned into hunk, hunk, hunk. Pulled it out, just one big block. Thank God I have that Frankfurt Arsenal tumbler and 5 pounds of pins. It took all that black powder coat off. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
So that's an interesting subject right there. What kind of issues or problems have you guys ever had with powder coat, and what kind of lessons have you learned with powder coating?
I don't think
we're always trying to improve the process and make the process better and easier. So, what kind of issues have you come across over your time of doing it?
The best tips I could give you are use a little less powder than you think you need. Double bag your bulk powder. Keep all the air out of it. Squeeze the air out of the bag. Ziploc bags. Don't put the stuff you've tumbled bullets in back in your main container. Limit opening that main container as much as you can. If you see your powder get clumpy, you've only got a little bit in a tumble basket. If you see it get clumpy, just toss it out, put new in. You may want to go as far as to clean that container out as well. Moisture is your enemy. You're creating static. So anytime you see that powder getting clumpy, it's probably not going to work for you.
Yeah, but see, the powder I tried yesterday, I already had it, the cocoa brown. I did one coat on it, and I wanted to add an accent color, and I had some of that black, and it looked perfectly fine. It looked like normal powder coat. And again, the bullets were completely dry. They're just barely, I could barely feel any heat in my hand. I could hold them in my hand and not get hot at all. And I have burnt fingers, so, heat you can feel. I put them in there, and right when I started shaking, and I don't know, there must have been moisture in the powder coat I had because it turned into a rock instantaneously. And since I didn't bake it, I was able to wash it all off, thank goodness. The stainless steel pans, I tumbled it. It just knocked it all off the bullets and able to save a big batch of bullets.
Yeah,
But,
I warm all my bullets.
Moisture
on top of the oven while I'm warming up the oven. I warm them up on top of there. If you can't hold them in your hand, they're too hot.
Exactly.
You don't want them too hot, but warm definitely helps. It's not required by any means, but it can help. And then there's just some colors that just don't work. I mean, you got to remember that powder coat is designed to be shot through a gun with negative and positive electrical on the item. So when we're shaking and baking it, we're not doing it the way it's designed. So not all of them are going to work the way we expect them to. But generally, Eastwood has been really good in my experience. If anything, it coats too good sometimes. You get really, really thick coatings.
Yeah, I've had a couple that I didn't really like, but they worked really well. So the dark green, the light blue, the ones that I've got that didn't really work real good. I call it macaroni and cheese. It's like some candy yellow. It coats, but the color doesn't spread that much. Another one was what was that other one? There's a couple of different whites that just didn't work, but they work good when you mix them with something else, and that's how you get the robin egg color that Timothy Robinson loves so much. But the battleship gray or cannon gray, whatever it was, the dark green, all the blues, and like the candy apple reds and stuff like that, they work fan-dang-tastic. And right now, what I've got in my tumbler over here is just a melting pot of what didn't work. But if you let them tumble around long enough, it works great.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. If everyone has those old vibratory tumblers, that if I bought powder from Georgia, $1 a pound, and I bought 30 pounds of it like an idiot, and it doesn't stick that well if you do shake and bake or shake them. So I throw them in the vibratory tumbler, and it does static cling perfect. It coats the bullets good, and it works. You know, sometimes you might have to let it run a little longer, but this was the first time I've ever had powder coat go bad on me like that, just like a light switch.
Willie, what do you mean it went bad?
It turned all like chunks. It went like solid. It had been moisture in the powder coat.
It had to be moisture.
It had to have been.
I've bought some powder that it came in chunks, and I just broke it up. But one day I snoozed at the thrift store. They had one of those grinders, like a coffee grinder, and I started to buy it. It was like a couple bucks or something, but it was battery operated. I didn't want to be adding batteries. I'd rather have one that was, and I thought about next time I see something like that, I'm gonna buy it. But I have had that issue with the chunks before, but I just broke it up, and I probably the same thing, like you said, either air or along with some moisture, probably.
Must have, but it looked good in the bag. You know, it was double sealed in like a little, like these little bags here, but it went instantly wrong. And I was on the phone with Jamie going, son of a gun,
But you said the powder didn't coat too well.
Oh, it turned into chunks on it. It just coated overly too well. There you go. Nice color.
That's vermilion orange.
Guys, give me a second. I got to do some stretching and stuff. I'm hurting. Hang on.
Yeah, that's a nice color.
Here's another one.
That's one of my homemade colors.
Oh, I got lots of those.
Oh yeah. Like Kyle said, you mix colors together. That's how I made that Sharinda Cocoa Brown. I was adding Harbor Freight red and yellow and whites, and it turned into that, and it works good. I have quite a bit of it. Now, Andy 79Z28, he has it set up. He has a powder coating set up. He has the metal plates with the holes in it already. He does a great job when he does it. He uses powder coat the way it's designed.
I think it was I can't even remember who it was now, but yeah, Andy 79Z28 has a video about using the it was Echo and the Bunny Man. So yeah, he's using that. He's got it set up where he's got a charge on the bullet, and you got to remember, guys, what we're doing with the shake and bake thing is not at all what powder coat is designed to do. So my number one rule when it comes to powder coating is don't be griping about something that don't work, because we're using it for something that it was just definitely not designed to do. But Andy's doing it like it was designed to do, with the one charge on the base and then the other one. So yeah.
And he has the Eastwood gun. He made himself a custom plate the bullets sit in, and he sprays them and does a fantastic job.
But I will say this: the only powder coat that I've really wanted to work that just didn't was the Eastwood V Twin Orange. So
I remember.
anything with the whites, the yellows, and even the oranges with a lot of yellow content is going to be hard to work, hard to make work. So yeah, Papa's Place, the Eastwood, you saw those guys. They're doing that pretty good with the vermilion orange. So,
Hey, Uncle Jim. I hope your family's doing well.
we all do.
But like I said, if you have one of those vibratory tumblers and you have a hard powder coat, just shove the bullets in there with the powder coat and let it run 15, 20 minutes. And usually it coats, you know.
You can also put your bullets in a freezer bag, Ziploc freezer bag, with a little bit of powder, and then put that in the tumbler. It's a lot cleaner, and it tends to generate quite a bit of static. And it can
Never
help.
thought of that.
And it's cleaner. It's a little easier to do.
Oh man, are you saying I'm messy? You saying I'm messy?
I use 50 different colors, so I don't want to put a color in my tumbler and spend 2 hours cleaning it out to do the next one that's
I understand.
they're waiting to go. So for me, I just can't do that. I'd have to.
I'll try the plastic bag though. That adds a little static clean though.
Yeah, Ziploc bag. You zip it up, and throw that right in your tumbler, and run the tumbler. As long as it doesn't break. But if it breaks, it breaks. I mean, it's contained. It's just as long as it stays together, it's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
You know, when I first started looking at powder coat, and a lot of people was talking about using the airsoft BBs, I tried that, and I didn't have much success with the airsoft BBs. Then it seemed like to be a pain to separate. But Reloader 762, he might be out there in the side chat just quiet. When I found him, he does some blogs on other sites, Cast Bullet Forums and Cast Bullet Association. This is what I use now, and I've got this from him. If y'all know what those are, pony beads.
Yeah, pony beads. Yeah.
It creates crazy static, and because like CW, I don't probably use as much powder coat, but I do use a lot of different powder coats and try mixing. And I keep them to these containers, whether they be sour cream or take out containers. That way I can try different stuff. But I'm the same way. I don't want to not necessarily ruin. I don't want to contaminate my dry tumbler with one color of powder coat. So I may even try that with the plastic bag.
Now let me ask this: what is pony beads?
Those are the beads that goes on the little girl's hair.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought they were. I never had a girl, so to me, I'm like, huh?
Or just like Jamie and CW said, craft beads. You can get them, and they're 99 cents at your local store.
Yeah, you can buy them by the pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all it does, and the BBs are the same. The airsoft BBs are the same. It's surface area.
Yep.
And anytime you can increase your surface area, you're going to increase the amount of static you can produce in a lesser amount of time. So you're never going to find, at least I don't think you're ever going to find a place where beads or BBs are bad, but they may not do what you expect them to do, depending on your environment. But right. I doubt they're ever really going to be bad. So try them.
Yep.
See, I didn't want to have to separate them, so I've always just thrown my powder coat in a whatever number 4 container or whatever, and threw the bullets in and shook the shit out of them. But then I figured I can throw it in the tumbler and let that eat. And I got a lot of that powder to use, so I just leave that one powder. I know you sent me a bunch, CW, and I want to try them out. It's just I'm like I did that bag trick though. I like that.
I've tried BBs one time and it did not work well whatsoever. It was nothing but a pain in the rear end.
Are you talking about the airsoft BBs?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I had the same issue, man, and it was just, at least with the pony beads, just in my, your mileage may vary for everyone out there. But for my use, they're easier to grab because they're a little bit bigger, and I use, as Sharinda said, she was like, well, you got some roach holders right there, don't you? But I use some big I used to own reptiles, and this is how I used to feed them with like the crickets and stuff like that with these huge tweezers or whatever they are. But yeah,
That's true, Andy.
But I've tried them. I've tried them without any kind of static generation material, without any BBs, and some powders work better than others. Something about the TIG, is it TGIG or TGIC powders? They seem to work better.
Yeah, it's like Jamie said, it's not designed for what we're doing with it. So
Right.
don't expect everything to work. You know, some are going to work really good, some aren't going to work. Try them with the number 5 containers, like everybody says. Try them with the black airsoft beads or the pony beads or whatever, and just see how it works for you.
Yep.
Generally speaking, remember the surface area thing. So shaking, I think swirling works better than shaking, but you need to shake to knock the extra off and to knock things down. So I swirl more than shake. Of course, a vibrator is just shaking them around, but it's creating contact to create static electricity. So just keep trying other things. I've had 0 problems in rain, 100% humidity, 100-degree weather. So you definitely can do it. It's just sometimes some days are better, some atmospheric conditions are better than others. But
yeah, it's just trial and error. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a constant game of trial and error.
And if you're out there and you're trying to get started and you don't want to waste money, go with either a Eastwood Ford light blue or a Ford dark blue or that aqua. You won't have any problems with those.
Yep.
Those are, well.
I've never used any of those, but I had a purple one time I bought off eBay, and I wish I remember where I bought it, because that coated just like that Ford light blue. It coated so beautiful, so easy. Plus the wife liked the color of the bullets. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, I sent some to you, Chico, before, and the Harbor Freight Red, the 45s I sent you.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of those bullets right now. That purple, it's
powder by the pound is what I get it from. Where I get it from.
Powder by the pound.
Yeah.
I bought my purple from the powder coat store, but it's a candy purple.
That's good too.
It's got some transparent in it. So
purple splash is one I like. It's a darker. It's more like a royal purple, and then I forget the name of the other one. Purple something is just a regular bright purple.
Well, we don't stick with just one color, Jim. We like being difficult.
You got to mix it up, Jim. You got to mix the color up. I've got a few different colors. My first experience with powder coat, I went to the local speed shop in my state, Summit Racing. I was down there. I had a gift card or something, and I went down there to buy some engine components, and I was like, let me pick up some powder coat, and I picked up I was going to say a squirrel. I picked up some gray, and I picked up some black, and I did not have good results, but that was my very first time powder coat. Since then, I've used that gray and that black as like a filler or an adder, and get different colors based on whatever ratio I do. Like Jim said, you ain't got to make it difficult, but me, sometimes when I have extra time, if I'm going to mix, I use a different ratio. So like, for instance, Ford light blue, I'll use 2 scoops of that and 1 scoop of clear coat. I'll get 1 total different color. Then I'll switch it, vice versa. 2 scoops of clear coat and 1 scoop of Ford light blue, I get a totally different color. So you can play around with it however you want to make it. You can make it as difficult or as easy as you want it.
Oh,
there's
absolutely.
Different powders, what they're made from, and sometimes they don't mix well together.
Right.
Because the old Harbor Freight stuff was totally different than most of the other stuff. Totally different.
I still got a couple of jars of those.
I've made FDE and I don't even remember the recipe. That's crazy because when I baked it, I was like, that's awesome. Now, what did I mix to get that? I was like, whatever. So,
yeah, right now, like I said, I got 30 pounds of this crap. So I'll be using this until it's gone.
That and
that'll be a lot of bullets.
I made like an olive drab on mistake. Just it was just randomly. And when I
can go out and powder coat my whole truck and still have powder left over.
Oh, and here's another thing about powder coat. And I put this on my Instagram. If y'all follow me on Instagram, before you bake it, the color that you see before you bake, after you bake it, can be a totally different color. Mm-hmm. It can be off just a little bit. So the dry color versus the baked color, it can definitely be different.
Well, look at clear. Clear is white, and then when it's dry. Clear. Hmm?
So,
or we can just do zinc like Andy and me, and don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so back a while ago now, I think it was Walter Davis asked about a broom handle, 96 broom handle. Anybody got any experience with any of those? Those are the coolest old.
I shot one.
Lawrence liked them.
Broom handle, huh?
Yep. Mauser broom handle.
Oh,
I shot one. Buddy of mine had the stripper clips, the whole thing. It was really cool to do.
Are those 9mm?
Some of them were.
I think it was 9x18 or something like that. Something weird.
They could have been 30 Mauser.
Yeah.
7.65. They could have been 9x19. There's a few different calibers.
It was fun though. I just wouldn't want to take one apart for the first time.
Oh, that's right.
I seen those videos of guys doing it. I'm like, man, you better have a big ass manual showing you how to put that bitch back together. You better make good quality video coming apart.
and an even better one of it going back together.
Exactly. Because I think we've all taken guns apart on video going, oh, this is going to be okay. And then at the end going, shit, how did this come apart again? Watch the video. Okay. How's it go back together? It don't make sense.
I think we talked about that before, right? Like difficult guns to take apart. The only one I've really had an issue with was my Rossi. And that was because when they're new, if you buy them new, they are very tight. The stock on them and the Marlins are definitely easier from what I've heard because Jamie and Scotsman both. But the Rossis, you will say all kind of choice words, getting it back together until you figure it out. but after you do it about 10 times, it gets easier. Trust me, it definitely does.
No, it don't. And don't say because it's new they're hard, because mine was old and it was just as difficult.
Yeah, but I think it hadn't been apart because that 45 long coat I have.
Yeah.
That stock comes off very easy. And but then again, the previous owner did loosen it up a little bit. So maybe that's why he took some material off, probably because.
Well, I mean, the thing about taking guns apart is every gun, even though they are manufactured in the same place, no matter which one you get, they're all different.
Right.
You got to remember that they're all different. It's a piece of machinery, and there's got to be different tolerances on that piece of machinery. So every single one of them is going to have a little bit of difference here or there. So no matter what, yeah, it may be similar in the takedown process and the put together process and all the rest of it, but you're gonna have slight tolerances and differences in that and what you're doing. So you gotta really kind of factor that in. Jamie's was a lot tighter and had a lot of more issues. It's gonna happen. It's manufacturing process. I've said it for years and years and years. It doesn't matter what the gun is. It's a manufactured thing. At some point in time, you're gonna have a problem. It's gonna happen because it's a piece of manufacturing. It's gonna happen.
This is true. This is very true.
That's cool, Walter. If you have one, broom handle and 9 should have a red 9 on the grip.
Yep, tooling wears out, GGW says. That is very true.
Yeah.
Shut up, Echo. I don't look that bad. I'm a sexy man. Hey, I was surprised. 2 days ago, I had a woman ask me to go out for a drink. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm married. Thank you. I'm flattered. But number one, bars aren't open. And number two, I'm going home to my wife. But thank you.
I'm going to start wearing me a wedding ring. And maybe I'll get hit on more.
It does. It happens. I'm telling you.
It's like one of those silicone bands and stuff.
That's exactly what this is. Little silicone band.
I know, come on.
Yeah, I know yours is tattooed. I wanted to get it done, but the guy wanted to charge $150 because he said, because I wanted it all the way around like a ring. He goes, you'll come back like every 6 months to touch it up. I'm like, no, I won't. Trust me. So I never got it done.
Come back every 6 months, and he's just freaking. Yeah, that's a joke right there.
That's what he said. You'll wear the center of your fingers, rub the ink out. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
I see Big E just made a comment. I guess somebody said high tech. I want to try high tech. I definitely want to try high tech.
Cranky is good at it. I tried it, couldn't get it to work. I tried my damnedest to get it to work, and
it's multiple coats.
Yeah,
several.
And that is the time constraint issue.
It's also I don't think quite as durable. I don't think it adheres quite as well
as durable.
Yeah,
I've seen a guy like doing like liquid powder coat, pretty much the same concept of.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Yeah, and I kind of was like, I don't have high tech. I might try this with some powder coat.
Well, okay, Chico, let me warn you right now. Make sure all the chemicals are dried and evaporated, because my dumb ass put it in like 3 minutes, a little too early, turned my back, and all of a sudden I heard poof inside my freaking heat, my oven. I still got some Harbor Freight red, nice black coating around the side. They shoot good though.
Yeah, well, I think I want to try that, because the reason why I said I want to try with my powder coat, because when I ain't gonna say when high tech first came out, but when I started looking into it, there was not a huge availability of different colors. Mm-hmm. It was only like 5 or less colors, probably less than that. So, but my a lot of bullets that I buy that's manufactured like from Acme, they're high tech coated, and I don't have an issue with them. But
just talk to Cranky Cletus. That man knows what he's doing on that. He does a beautiful job on his bullets too. He does beautiful work.
Yeah, I seen his video. He made a video about 2-3 years ago when he first did that, and that video really took off.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me that the trick to the high-tech coating is just don't even look at it until you get done with like the 3rd coat.
All right. And Tin Man did it too, I remember. Tin Man did.
Tin Man had a hard time like I did, I thought I heard, if I remember correctly. That's why I just said screw it. Powder coat's easier. It's durable. Now, I've never picked up a high-tech bullet after it's been shot to see if the coating stayed on good, like powder coat does. I've recovered many of my bullets in powder coat, and the powder coat's still on it.
Honestly, the biggest thing is just find what works for you and stick with it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just find what works for you and get your process down and stick with it.
That's pretty much it, ain't it?
Like Jim says, stick one color. And sorry.
You, Jamie, Kyle said he had to go lay down. Back is killing him.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hope you feel better, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
Back problems are no joke. I know. Jim, how did that? I know I've seen a few of your videos on it. How did that Eastwood raspberry or whatever it was? How did you don't like that? It don't. It's a transparent. I remember that for sure.
Who did that video?
Jim. When he around Christmas, maybe not this Christmas, maybe last Christmas. he got a few different extra powder coats.
I did a raspberry video. I don't remember Uncle Jim's. He probably did. I just don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I got
he got a few different extra powder coats. I know he got a raspberry, and
about Christmas, I did a video on four or five new powders that I had got. That's why.
CW, that raspberry is a transparent, right? Translucent.
No, not mine.
Okay.
No,
I'll
not
tell
really
you,
bright red, but it's a nice red. If I got one.
Ozark sent all of us some bullets from that Tres Amigo, and we all thought they weren't coated. You know, it looked like he sent us plain lead bullets, but then he said, "Now look at it at a different angle," and you saw it. It's like, holy crap, that clear. I don't know. It was pretty cool coloring. It had like little light purple, light reds in it, and it was like a clear coat though.
Like a prism.
Yeah, pretty much.
Prism color. It's a pain. It sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. I got away from metal flakes and prisms and all that. I've got a couple candies that work pretty good, but metallics aren't great, except for that one that I found there that my buddy sells. I forget the name. It's Sherwin Williams, I think it is. I like that one a lot. I use that for all my soft stuff.
I'll have to go back and watch his old video. I know I've seen him because I watch all of his videos. So,
and for anybody out there, I don't have a specific way that I prefer, but I do it both ways. I stand them up and I use the basket. It just depends. Normally, if I send out bullets, I probably stand them up. If I'm shooting, getting my volume up, and it's for me, for my personal guns, I use the basket. If I'm trying out a different new color and I'm mixing, I stand them up so I can see the potential of kind of best results. But other than that, it don't matter. It depends on how I'm feeling or how much time I have.
And I've tried both ways as well, and honestly, I don't see a huge difference. And the basket method is obviously a lot easier. I use a copper basket. I don't know about any of you guys, but I use a copper basket. That way it doesn't stick to it too bad. Comes off a lot easier, and dump it right in a bucket and water quench.
Mm-hmm.
Some colors I just can't use in the basket. Like most of the time, Eastwoods will not work for me in the basket the way I like.
Right.
And they won't work from the standpoint that they're a thicker coating, and they just tend to stick a lot more to everything. I get a lot more hickeys. It's okay, and they still work fine. But I generally, if I'm going to use Eastwood, I stand them up because it's a super beautiful coating that way.
Right.
But I've got a number of powders that are every bit as nice, and they're just in the basket, piled up, lumped up together. They pop right apart. They're beautiful. So
Hey,
it's
Georgia boy.
different powders are different.
hey, Pastor. Yeah, I'm the same way, Chico. If I'm giving them out to people, I'm going to stand them up, make them look beautiful, showroom. But for me, basket all the way, just. But then again, I'll shoot wrinkly bullets. My paper don't care about if your bullet's wrinkled or not.
Mine does. I'm just talking.
Oh,
I'm messing around.
I know.
No,
Look,
you're right. The paper really don't care. I think it's personal preference on a lot of stuff with reloading, especially if it comes to the aesthetics of it, And powder coat is just not about aesthetics. It is about protecting, preventing leading, and a lot of people don't recognize. I mainly powder coat to keep down my lead exposure.
Sure, encapsulates it. Sure,
absolutely.
Right. I'm touching bullets always, so. I'm trying different lengths and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to perfect or make better what I already have.
I get my blood checked twice a year now for lead exposure because I deal with it so much, just to be safe.
No. Hold on a minute. Come on, machine. Yeah, I'm trying, but this
It's all right, Jamie.
Somebody said, would it work better if you put a primer on it? No, that's defeating the purpose.
Are they talking about powder coat?
Yeah. Would powder coat work better? But if a primer, no, I don't think so. Okay.
So I can tell you from the standpoint of some of the tanks we produce get primer put on them. Now, the problem with the primer is when you run the primer and you run it through the oven, it's got to be in the oven for a long time. It does not go fast. It goes super slow at a low temp. So it's real slow and low, you know, and it's a pain in the butt. I mean, you're talking over 2 hours just to run a few tanks around that have that primer on it. And then they got to get powder coated and then go back through the process. As far as doing it on bullets, I honestly don't think you're going to gain anything from it whatsoever. You're probably going to hurt yourself more than anything.
I think it'd make it worse because just like anything else, part of what makes powder coat so good is the way it adheres to the bullet.
And that's it. I was going to say, I think if you try to put a primer on there, you're going to take away a lot of that adhesion.
Yeah, you're going to stick to the primer, but is the primer going to stay stuck to the bullet?
Exactly.
You know what? It's another thing. Am I the only one that does this? For instance, if I want to make a different, if I want a size different, right? So say I cast a bullet like my hollow point mode, the only one that I have. It drops a bullet at 360 or 362. Normally, what I'll do, I'll powder coat. Well, it depends, but let's say I powder coat. It puts about 2,000 powder, or one to 2,000 of powder coat on it. Then I size down to my sizing die, which is 358. Say if I want to keep that minimal or more, what I'll do, I'll size the raw bullets. Say they drop 360, 362, I'll size them down to 358, then powder coat them and don't size them. And then they like 359, 360. That makes sense? Anybody else do something like that?
I think we all do.
It's fine.
I tried different ways to find out, because I only have, I ain't gonna say limited dies, sizing dies, but I do have a 358. I might even have a 359 sizing die. I'm looking right at it. No, that's a different one. But I try different stuff just to see, to see if it works out a little better, to fill up that chamber or to fill up the lands and grooves.
Mm-hmm.
Powder coat kind of gets it there sometimes.
One thing that I've found with some colors, like we know yellows aren't great. Whites, generally, at least the whites I've used, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 different ones, they coat okay, but they show a lot of voids. And it's probably, in my opinion, that it's mostly because of the color itself. It's not as opaque. Mm-hmm. So when you have a thinner spot, it really shows. But in a color, like when you put clear on, you read all the comments online. Clear coats so great, it coats the best out of anything. Well, how do you know? Because you can't see it. It's clear. So it may have just as many thin spots as everything else. You just don't notice it. Some colors just really do have a nice pigment and they just flow well and they just cover great. But what I found, like I've had a lot of times I wanted to use chartreuse or hot pink for different events that I'll shoot. I'll do white first. Now you got to really be conscious of being really clean. So you got to clean everything really, really good. I'm not talking just the bullets. Obviously those need to be clean, but the baskets you're sifting them in, the trays you're catching your powder in, everything needs to be really, really clean. And then you do white, and then you go back and you hit it with your chartreuse or your hot pink. And it makes night and day difference in the way those colors coat. They look much, much better than just coating them by themselves.
It's like brass prep. The prep work is really what, you know what I mean? Sometimes, it's my opinion, the prep work is what gets you a good load sometimes.
Good night, Lee.
It's probably just like painting a vehicle. I got a couple buddies that do painting for a living, so the doing a paint job, just say on a vehicle. If the prep work sucks, paint job's gonna suck. So I can see how
those are the details.
right. I can see how that would definitely work as far as you saying you said for certain events, certain bullets.
Yeah, silver would be way too soft. Sorry, I just read that.
No problem.
And,
Be way expensive too.
way too expensive and way too high melting temperature too, I would bet.
But if y'all remember the movie, is it Silver Bullet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's classic. Like, man, I want to make some bullets. I was like, that was too cool.
All right, y'all talking about, and I know I've told y'all all this before, but I stand up all my bullets, and something CW said kind of bears me out right here. I don't have any powder coat other than the samples that Chico gave me. All the powder coats I have are Eastwood, and if I go to all the trouble to go haul lead back, then make them smelt them down to ingots, and then cast them and do all that work, I'm not going to do anything that's going to mess them up. So I want as good a product as I can get if I'm going to do all that work. So I just don't put them in a basket. I've done it once or twice and I was not happy with the results. And that may be because all I've ever tried is the Eastwood powders. But CW says some of the other powders, kind of.
Yeah, I probably have a dozen different manufacturers of powders. There's a whole bunch of them out there.
And again, it just comes down to playing around with it. You know, you're gonna have to take the time, and this is where being a reloader or a caster, you know, you're learning the skills. You've got to be patient. You have to take the time with it and think about it and play around with stuff. It may not work the first time exactly, or the second or the third time. You play around with it, figure it out.
Okay, let's with statement right there.
With your temperatures a little bit, you can vary them just a little bit, and you can times a little bit. Sometimes you'll find that it knock a few minutes off. It makes all the difference in how bad it sticks in that basket. Sometimes you just knock a few degrees or add a few degrees on the temperature. It makes all the difference too. You know, you're still within the parameters of what, but you'll find that sometimes it makes a difference.
I'm pretty regimented. I'm kind of like 420 minutes, stand them up. You know, that's just what works for me. I found that works. They come out like I want. Now, when I tried them in the basket, I got all of these long voided areas from where they stuck together and where they stuck to the basket. And of course, I don't have a copper basket and all that kind of stuff, but you know, it's just if I'm gonna work that hard. Hey, Mig, what's up, brother? If I'm gonna work that hard, I want the best product I can get out of it. And maybe it's just my OCD or whatever, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if it's got that spot all the way down the bullet like that, the one in particular is the Lee 170-309. I get a flat point for my 30-30, and I was using Eastwood light blue, and they all came.
Mig, I don't think I've seen a cabin video this winter. I've been looking. I didn't even see the skid steer video. I heard you got all these upgrades to it. If he's still here. He's lurking with his milk. Jamie, I've got majority of my stuff is Eastwood. But I do got the powder coat store, and I think that is probably it. But I do got a few different flavors. Another thing too, just with Eastwood, I despise their pounds because it comes in a bag. I buy the half pounds or the 8 ounces, whatever, because it comes in the container. if that makes sense. It's cheaper, but it comes in a resealable container. The bag, I don't like it at all. And that's just that's personal preference. Just like what Jamie was saying, the reason why he don't use the basket, because he ain't had good results, and that's all personal preference to anybody in the side chat. It's different. You know, your mileage may vary on a lot with reloading, casting, and powder coating and the like. So
I found some really long-handled spoons, like you'd have in a soda shop for an ice cream soda or something. Really long handles, like 12-inch long. Those I buy and I keep those out there with my powders, and that's what I use to get the powder out of the bag, because your hand gets in there and your hand is all of a sudden blue or green or yellow.
Yeah.
It sticks to all the hairs, it sticks to everything. So you get that long handle and you can just take out just a little bit. Plus, you don't have to open the bag all the way. You know, remember, you want to keep as much atmosphere out of that bag as you can. So, you know, you take a little bit out, you throw it in your bin, and then you immediately seal that bag, roll it up, push all the air out, double bag it, and get it put away. It goes a long way for making your powder last and not letting it, soak up moisture. Your raw powder, the stuff you're not using, and don't dump it back in the can when you do your bullets, because it's been out in the air, it's soaked up moisture, it's gonna contaminate the rest of your powder. It's just a little bit. If anything, it'll last you a while, but if you don't think it works, throw it away and put more in. And most of the time, less powder in your bullets for tumbling works better than more.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think it gives more static clinging in there. If you have too much powder, it just doesn't allow the room.
Absorbs it or something. It eats it up, or I don't know. I found much better results with less powder.
It's almost like it dissipates the static.
Yeah, and it's amazing how far that powder goes. Amazing. Yeah, I don't have enough powder in there, but you try it and it coats everything. Beautiful. Some left. Hundreds of times I've seen it. It's just amazing. Little bitty splash of powder, when you throw in 100 bullets, you say, it's not enough, but you tumble it and it's perfectly coated and there's some left over. So you don't need as much as you think you need. And you can always add more, but you can't really take it away because you don't want to put it back in your bin. So it's really
it's like cooking. If y'all cook, if you oversalt something, it's hard to take away. So you can always add little at a time.
Like cayenne pepper, you can put some more in there, but you'll play hell getting it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Mario's talking about a mold that he's got that's sticking, and so sometimes right there at the the sprue plate, our molds will have a tendency to have a little snag on there. You may have to take your like a Dremel tool and a polishing pad and just very lightly get that off of there.
They're not dropping out of the mold is what he's talking about?
Yeah. He's saying he's really having to smack them.
Make sure your plate is totally clearing the hole at the top. If it's covering it just a little bit, it'll allow the bullet to get stuck. And then when it's cool, get in a good light with a magnifying glass and look at all the edges. Get a Q-tip like to do on a muzzle crown to see if you got a burr, and really look at that in bright sunlight, bright good light with a magnifying glass, and see if you've got any burrs. You could have little bitty burrs on the edges of that mold where that cherry cut it, and that'll cause it to do the same thing. It'll cause it to hang up.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, Q-tip will find it. Rub a Q-tip over it. It'll get snagged on it. You'll find it right away.
I know I have one-on-one.
Yeah.
Good luck, Georgia boy. That's
So do I.
He said going to another gun show tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck, my friend.
Well, I wonder where that one is at, because it was just one last week or week before last, right?
Happy to help, Mario.
All you gotta do is ask, Mario. Come on, brother. Okay, now since I got 3 guys on the panel with Dillons, how much more do you like the roller handle versus the normal handle?
I like it.
I like it.
Is it that much worth it? Is it worth spending the money to get that roller handle?
I think so.
I think so.
At first, I didn't think so. But then again, I use my hands for a living. And, over time, that arthritis or what those tendonitis. So the original Dylan comes with a ball handle. And then you're doing this, so whenever you come on your lower stroke, you kind of got to position your body different. That roller handle it's like a motorcycle, kind of. So you got more pivot in your wrist than maybe your arm or something like that. But yeah, at first I didn't. I was like, I'm not buying no dang extra upgrade for this thing. It should come with it. And I found it, on a deal or something. So obviously, I bought it and put it on, and So I think it's only. Willie, some other manufacturers make it besides Dylan.
Oh, sure, I've seen them. Oh, yeah. No, I don't have to buy Dylan, trust me.
Right. And
I was just wondering, is it worth the time and money to spend, to change it over?
Yes. But if you don't like it, I know people that'll buy it. So that's a good thing about it.
Absolutely.
I am not a Dylan snob. If y'all see my latest video where I was doing brass and I was showing you my mirror. The only person,
yeah, but you got the mirror,
right? The only people that said something was Uncle Jim. He was like, "Objects in mirror are closer than they appear." Y'all know I'm a mechanic. I change out stuff like that all the time. Where the mirror housing was broken, but the mirror was good, and I get mirrors all the time. Like I've got a mirror right here. That's, it's one of those that comes in a truck or something. So. But I put that mirror up because I think they sell a mirror that you can, but it's crazy.
Magnetic mirror.
Oh, yeah.
The whole kit. The thing is, if it was maybe a 1/4 inch longer, I could get, and the mirror just a little bit smaller, I could see perfectly down the case. Perfectly with it. So I got to.
So I use that mirror on my ceiling basically when my brass is low.
Oh, I got you.
I can see it in my case feeder, but if y'all notice in the mirror, you can see the case feeder plate. What I used was not a Dylan plate. I used a Hornady plates. They work perfect. I don't have to mod them or anything. The Dylan plates are $50. The Hornady plates, when I bought them, they were like $25. I was like, I'm gonna try it. If it don't work, I'll send it back to Amazon or wherever I bought it from. But so. But I have stuff, and I have Lee, and I have RCBS, so I'm not.
LBJ sent me the Dylan Strong plate and the 450 mounted right on it, perfect. So I never thought I'd like a press up in the air, but I kind of do like it now. But I'm still used to a press being flat on the table. I'm just used to it. I'm trying to get used to up in the air with the handle and all that crap. And yeah, thanks, Al.
Hey, Big Al. Is he out there, bro?
So, Big Al, have a good evening and a good rest of your weekend, buddy. Feel better.
Absolutely.
Get some rest.
Yes, sir.
And I love his shotgun, the way he built it.
So, Scotsman, you want to talk about what Big Al was reminding us about in a little bit before it gets too late?
So some of you guys, I don't know if you guys saw my video here a couple days ago, but unfortunately we've had some issues with the one company that was helping with Justin's Final Mission. If you don't know what Justin's Final Mission is, it is ending veteran suicide and fighting the battle of that, combating the veterans that come back and struggle. And basically, the original founder of that company has broken off and is starting another company. And I'm trying to help him get the funds he needs to get the paperwork filed and get the software he needs to get it up and running. And so I have a GoFundMe going for that. So far, we're about $650 or so, I believe, somewhere in there, out of the $2,000 goal. And honestly, I know we're in tough times, but when you really think about it, it's not that much to ask when these guys and gals have gone out there and fought for this country and fought for you, for your freedom, to make sure you have your freedom. And to ask just a little bit to give back to them, to make sure that they stay alive and stay with us, it's really not that much, I don't think.
Amen.
And maybe it's just me, maybe that's just how I think, I don't know. But to me, it doesn't seem like that much to ask. And again, I know we're in tough times, guys, but we're all in the fight, and we're all fighting for our freedom. And you know, especially in times like this, they're struggling even more. You know, they may not be working, they may be, you know, retired, they may be disabled, they may have, you know, whatever issues they have. And then on top of this, they have all this crap that's going on now. It's been going on for the past year, and it just piles on top of what they already have. So, you know, kind of think about stuff like that. And, you know, we all have our own issues and stuff. And so you've all had problems. So when someone reaches out and says, hey, you need a hand, it's good when that happens. So, you know, if we can help, you know, even if you can't donate, if you can share the video, if you can make a video and push it and promote it a little bit, every little bit helps.
Can you put a link in the side chat?
I can. Give me just a second. Let me grab it. There you go.
All right, thanks, man.
Absolutely. And if there's any veterans out there and you guys are struggling, by all means, email me. I'll be happy to give you my phone number and we can sit and talk. Trust me, I will take the time out of my day every day to talk to a veteran and make sure they stay with us.
Same here. Most people have my number. I'm just a phone call away. Just know I'm a dumb idiot freaking infantryman. So as long as you can understand that, we're good to go.
What are you prepping there, Jamie?
I'm doing some 9mm.
I was talking with Single Shot the other day, and he said he just bought 50 cases for some crazy amount of money. And I said, I could choke you in 9mm. I don't know what you're buying that for. Cases, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I got another box full over there.
I got barrels of it.
Still dirty.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I can make it rain with 9mm cases. Trust me.
Yeah, there's
Mario, I love you, buddy.
There's you veterans got to know that there's a lot of people that appreciate what you do and appreciate the sacrifices you made and are willing to do whatever to help you. Remember you said that, Andy. Anybody got 380 cases they don't want? Send them to Big Al. I mean, Big Al. Send them to Andy 79Z28.
I'll have to start saving them, keeping them out of the trash can.
Yeah, brass is. I was at my local gun range where I'm a member at, and I normally can salvage some of their brass, but they have. If y'all seen many of my videos, they have the grate in the floor up under the shooting bay. Each shooting bay has a bucket in the center, and I'm standing on a grate. It's pretty smart from a business aspect of it. But when I go there, I put like some extra targets down out of the trash. I just put them right there to catch most of my brass. But online, I was looking at like maybe process. I hate buying processed brass because of the extra cost. I'd rather buy it dirty and deal with maybe some damaged cases, split cases, or whatever. But like 9mm for 1,000 cases, it was like $80. I was like, oh no. But my local range, they had 1,000 cases for like $34. So I think I'm gonna go there and probably get some next time I go back to the range. But yeah, people are definitely 9mm. You can get it for free a lot of times, but
Mm-hmm.
but I
No,
was
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just processing some, well, not processing, decapping some 223. I'm trying to determine, am I gonna cut these down for 300 blackout or get onto my 223 load? And I probably need to do 223, 556 223, whatever. So go ahead, Willie. What were you saying?
I was going to say my local range says if it hits the ground, it's theirs. I'm like, sorry, I'm picking up my brass. If I go there, I'll take a Sharpie right across the back of my primers so I can show, look, these are mine. I'm picking up mine. You know, you're not keeping mine. But I just did 49 pounds of 223, Chico. Got them all sized, trimmed, everything. D-Bird, 49 pounds. I could not believe it. It was a 5-gallon bucket full.
What were you processing them on?
I did them all on my rock chucker, one at a time.
Ooh.
Then I used the Frankfurt Arsenal trimmer and the RCBS case prep center for the inside, and they're all done. And I just did the 300 blackouts. I got to put away. So yeah.
Uncle Jim.
What do you say?
Communist brass pickup.
Yeah, that's it. But when I go to the indoor gun range, my kids hate it because I'll take a full-size bag with me in there and I'll come out full. I'll ask everyone, you want your brass? You want your brass? I mean, I'll just go down. Instead of shooting and letting them shoot, I'm walking around just scooping up brass, you know?
Yeah, last time I went, I wasn't able to recover a lot of my 9mm, so I was like, I'm gonna get something, some kind of way. I'm getting something brass, and it may not be nothing I load, but I'm gonna get some brass. So,
well, my indoor gun ranges, they have a little ammo can on the wall if the round doesn't go off, and I'd walk in there and dump that into my bucket, all the rounds that didn't go off, just for the recover the bullets. They don't seem to get in the oil. They've never yelled at me yet, so one day they might.
do y'all know when you go to a range, indoor range mainly, you know how they check your ammo? That they want to see your ammo and put a magnet on it. And I can tell they've got a lot of new hires. So I go in there with my powder coated stuff, and she's like, I need to see your ammo. I'm like, okay. First they ask, what you're shooting. I'm like 22, and they put a magnet. I said, I've never seen any steel case 22. I was being a smart ass.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, and I figured, I said, well, hold up, it might be something out there or something. So, but when she pulled out my powder coated bullets, she had to go get a manager. She was like, I don't know what this is. I was like, does the magnet attract it? Or if the magnet doesn't attract it, I can shoot it. She was, I don't know what this is. She was like, oh, this is federal Syntec. I was like, sure, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, guys, I have so much fun going in an indoor gun range and shooting zinc, going, I can't wait till these guys melt this crap down. I just love it.
The zinc, you can't wait till
I can't wait till they melt that crap down and turn it into cottage cheese.
That's so mean.
Well, you gotta remember, by the time they get mine, it's like a not even a % of zinc to all that lead. So
that's right.
But if I can cottage cheese their lead up,
but you know what? When I do my smelting, right, it doesn't matter how much I separate, and I separated all my lead by hand, right, all my wheel weight. it never fails. I'll miss 1 or 2 zinc weights, but I keep my temperature just at the melting point of lead. So whenever I see that, when I'm separating out my clips or whatever, I see that one weight in there flowing, floating, I know it's zinc. And I would assume if I had like range scrap, I would be able to pick that up fairly easy, because the melting point of zinc versus the melting point of lead.
Yep.
Well, I got a Dutch oven. I melt all my lead and zinc in when I make my ingots. And I had like 40 pounds of zinc to melt. So I'm just pouring box after box. And I should have stopped, because in one box there was a 9mm bullet, just the jacketed bullet. And I was like, okay, someone sent me a bullet on accident. And not more than 3 minutes later, a live round got mixed in with all that zinc when it melted and went off in my pot. Blew the lid up in the air, and I got a little piece of zinc on my face. Normally I wear a face shield and all that crap, but that day I didn't wear it. So somebody accidentally shipped me a pistol cartridge. I don't know what it was, because I couldn't recover the cartridge when it went off. So I have no idea where the projectile went or where the case went. So inspect your crap if people send it to you. That's my warning of the day.
So good night, GGW.
Yeah, good night, GGW.
So yeah, that stuff can be dangerous. That's
It blew that lid straight up in there and flipped and landed right down on the table. And that's when the little piece of zinc got me on my face.
That's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. So one time I had lead ingots with water trapped in the middle of it. And now I've had a live cartridge sent with the zinc. So I will be hand sorting everything I get now from people.
It only takes a little bit for something to happen.
Oh, it was. It just like that. And that lid's a heavy cast iron lid. That some bitch is heavy. I'm just glad a round didn't go through the side of the pot, and I had 30 pounds of zinc melting all over my driveway. That would have been no fun.
Max Bear says at his range, all the brass is free. It's in 5-gallon buckets. You just pick up what you want, or just dump a whole bucket in the bag and go. That's
wow.
Awesome.
That is cool, man.
That is cool.
I want that range.
Yeah, I'd be going back every day. Yeah, I'm coming in $5 to pay for an
Chico
hour.
would
Okay.
never leave.
Man, I get excited, and it's weird. And anybody who loads or interested in loading 7.62x39, when I see that brass, I'm on the move quick with it, because it is very, I don't want to say very, it's not as common, and if you do see it, sometimes I've been snooped and picked up some brass 7.62x39 Burdan primer, and it will curl a decapping rod.
It will.
So, but yeah, that's an awesome range. I would assume that's a paid range, like a membership, a yearly membership type deal, outdoor or something.
Yeah, look at Walter. Was it Walter Bunning? His range, he can go pick up the projectiles. That's a great range for California. Normally it's, oh no, you can't touch it.
Yeah, all ranges are usually different. Most of them will let you pick up your own, but they won't let you pick up other stuff. All depends on the range. But if you make good friends with some of the people there, you never know what will happen. I've had some ranges where they're fine, where you can pick up whatever. Just depends on the people that are there.
Yeah, when I shot my USPSA match, a week prior to that, or maybe 2 weeks prior, I was doing a training there with an instructor, and it was probably like 10 or 11 of us, and most people shoot 9, 45, and 40. But the USPSA match was all at the same gun club. It was at it's a huge outdoor range. They've got skeet shooting and everything. So the USPSA match was around probably, 100 yards around the bend, and where I parked was at the previous shooting bay where I was there 2 weeks prior. And when I got done shooting that match, I went up. There was no one in that shooting bay. It was 2 of them. I went over there and grabbed my bag. I was just like, because I went through probably, I don't know, 150 to 200 rounds at that my first match. I went up there and kind of reclaimed a lot of stuff that I didn't pick. I didn't want to look like a total rookie or a total snob picking up brass at a USPSA match. But next time, I don't care. I'm picking it up.
You got to watch out. Some of those brass are really overpowered. You got to watch those.
Open guns and stuff like that.
You got to watch that stuff because they leave it on the ground for a reason. Because they're at max pressure or above,
The bullets are still good.
Oh, yeah. Bullets are good. The casings, I don't know. But my cheap ass, I'll be picking them up anyways.
Yeah, fellas, that'll be cool. I think he said some people here need to build a earth sand log backstop to get 90% of the lead. I mean 96% of the lead, not the 15% of the fragments.
Yeah, Hobby's Hobo scored when he got 40 pieces of 7.62 by 39 brass boxer prime. That's a rare commodity these days. And some of my 7.62 by 54R rounds, they look like they're copper. What they really are is steel with a copper wash on them. That ain't brass and it ain't copper. It's nasty. So, all right, we're getting close to that time, Chico. You want to start? Can you do the side chat?
I think I can. Let me scroll up to the top. It'll take me to 9:18. Vanessa Kitty, Cal Lust was here. He says back was killing him. He had to go. So hope you feel better, brother, if you're listening or you catch this on the rerun. Jared Bear Tactical, Lakeview Outdoors. Hey, brother Big E. The Texas Outlaw Michael Sines, Uncle John, Dummy Round, Edward Petty, Crazy Scotsman's on the panel with us. Uncle Jim, Thoughts of an Old Soldier had to cut out. GGW cut out on us, but thanks for being here. Max Bear. We got Georgia, a boy 44, 6'2" Texan, Walter Davis. James Pollard, Ocean 374. Kyer, just some guy, Fuzz T Fork 8. I know I seen JCM 45. Mario Molson. Who else? Andy 79 Z28, Dummy Round. Vanessa Kitty, Big Al is here. Mig measuring grains. I'm scrolling. Give me a second. Papa's Place. There was someone. It says EO6X X6. Thank you, but I don't. Okay, thank you for being here, whoever that was. Texas Outlaw Michael Sines. Daniel God is my judge. 67 Rebel SSTAMC, Walter Davis. Some of y'all comment more than others, so that's why you get a double read or a triple read. To Walter Davis, Mario Molson. Let me keep scrolling. 6-shooter Texan. Max Bear again. Lakeview Outdoors. Brian Crawford. Georgia Boy 44. Pay 24. Jerry 1911. Floyd Hicks. I'm sure Chris 338 was here. He said Uncle John says Chico can do it like no other. I don't believe that, brother. Just repetition, that's all. So everyone, thanks for being here. We're at 154. I appreciate everyone being here. I was a little late. I was stuck in traffic. I hope everyone has a good weekend and get out, probably do some shooting, some reloading, casting, powder coating, or some brass gobbling. So, Willie, you got anything coming up this weekend? You got any plans?
Yeah, tomorrow I get to babysit little Wyatt and help my son figure out how to change the antifreeze in his wife's van. He just wants someone looking over his shoulder. So I'll be helping with that. But that's pretty much it, buddy.
Cool, brother. Cool. Thanks for being here with us.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.
CW, how about you, brother? How you been? And you got anything planned this weekend?
Nope. More relaxing. We're taking it easy on this knee. Maybe I'll do a little more reloading, but that's really about it.
Cool, brother. Cool. And if y'all not familiar with CW channel, y'all make sure y'all check his channel out. He got a lot of information. Anybody on the panel, if you have questions, ask them. They may not answer instantly, but you will get a response back. Hobbies Hobo, brother, thanks for being here. Dead Horse, I left y'all out. Sorry. Scotsman, brother, how you been? And you got anything planned this weekend besides work?
I've been doing okay, man. Just been super busy with work. We're ramping up. We're way behind in production. We had a lot of problems getting steel for the past 6 months, whatever it was, something like that. Finally getting caught up on that, but so now we're ramping up real hard as far as work goes. Fortunate to have the night off, so I'm fortunate to be here and appreciate it. Always good to be here with you guys, and always good to see everyone out there in the side chat. As far as what I got coming up, hopefully Sunday, hopefully on the chat, we will have Troy with us, who is the founder of the previous organization, and now the guy who's starting a separate organization to get Justin's Final Mission going again. Hopefully we'll have him on with us, and he can kind of talk a little bit more about that and what's going on and what happened. And hopefully we can have Justin's brother too. I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not, but I'd really like to have Justin's brother on. We're going to try to work that out to where we can get him on too. So that'd be really cool if we can do that. It'd be good to talk to him for sure. Other than that, I got a lot of different things going on as far as reloading, man. It's just finding the time depending on how tired I am.
I know about that, brother. Definitely. Don't you also have a Glock? Something.
I just picked up a Glock. I got a Glock 19, and you guys will see that coming here soon. I was hoping to get to Daniels today, but with the weather and some other things, it just didn't happen. So hopefully this coming week sometime, I will be down at Daniels doing the unboxing and all the rest of it, and you guys will see what's going on there. I highly, highly encourage you to look for this video because it's going to be epic. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be
You're going to kill a poor, beautiful, working Glock just because you don't like Glocks.
Hey, Willie, it's going to be perfection.
Well, you know what? You can just send me the parts when you're done, and I'll rebuild it. It's one thing nice about Glocks. You can always rebuild it.
It'll be really good. You guys will enjoy it.
I'm sure we will.
Okay, did CW's done had a turn. Okay, so Chico, man, you need to get together and make a video about some Hollow Point 38 357 Magnum stuff. So let me know when you get together. That's going to be pretty fun. So we want to thank all y'all for being here with us this Friday night. We're up around 53 at some points. So we're just overwhelmed by all y'all coming in every Friday night after Friday night. So thank you so much. We hope God blesses y'all all real good. Lord willing, we'll see y'all back again next week. So be safe out there and watch the cool stuff.